Compatibility. Duchess of Sussex, Rachel Meghan Markle, August 4, 1981. Duke of Sussex, Henry Charles Albert, September 15, 1984. By astrology, the score is 25%. Square between her Sun and his Saturn. Challenging aspect, there can be difficulties feeling free in one another's presence. Sometimes he can be too rigid, or he might prefer a quiet, uneventful life, while she wants to be freer and more spontaneous. This requires work. They should be careful not to restrict or rain on one another's parade too often. Square between his Sun and her Neptune. Challenging aspect, he might end up feeling used or frustrated in this relationship. There may be deceptions, lies, or promises of a fantastic future that only exists in the imagination, or more likely, an inability to see one another clearly and projection of wonderful qualities onto the partner. It can be difficult for her to live up to these, and she might begin to back off or feel overwhelmed. They should keep expectations of each other and of the relationship realistic, and try not to add the pressure of living up to a fantasy onto this relationship. Sextile between her Venus and his Saturn. Positive aspect, this union could be favorable and lasting, if she is really looking for a mature person to be with. There can be a certain level of self-consciousness together that is always present, no matter how long they are together. There is a feeling of responsibility for one another. Square between her Jupiter and his Saturn. Challenging aspect, the two may be too different to complement each other well, but they have a lot to teach one another if the individuals are open to learning. There can be difficulties as she seems too much of a risk-taker or too wanton in their approach to the world, while he may appear too cautious. An extra effort should be made to understand one another's point of view. Trine between her Sun and his Uranus. Positive aspect, she will be enriched by this relationship with him, which will lead to the discovery of a new world, original and full of change. They will go well together. In some cases, the relationship works better when the bond is not formalized, simply for the sake of his sense of freedom. Conjunction between his Venus and her Pluto. Positive aspect, great passionate affair, very intense and transforming. They feel that the relationship forces them to grow. Trine between her Mars and his Saturn. Positive aspect, a life together with few problems. Love tends to develop into friendship. In a broad sense, they understand each other and go well together. Their relationship can be a little routine at times, and there may be some self-consciousness with each other. By numerology. Life path compatibility score is 40%. August 4, 1981. Calculates to life path number 4. September 15, 1984. Calculates to life path number 1. The energies related to birth date numbers 1 and 4 tend to attract events with a similar resonance, but with different focuses. The energy of the number 1 tends to approach things as an individual and taking care of themselves, in the present. On the other hand, the energy of the number 4 tends to approach things as an individual who is working to establish a secure foundation for the future. A low compatibility percentage means more diverse approaches to life. Thus, after a period of time, a low compatibility percentage may lead to more and deeper misunderstanding.